Everyone, quick announcement before we dive in. I've decided to change the name of this podcast to Crunchy Culture. I feel this new name really aligns with my vibe, my lifestyle, and everything we talk about here. Natural living, wellness, and building a low-toxin, intentional life. What do you guys think? I'd love to hear your thoughts, so feel free to share your feedback. Now, let's get into today's episode. Welcome to Crunchy Culture. I am Tina Sorensen, and each week I dig into the latest wellness buzz from the news and share my unfiltered thoughts and opinions. Join me every Tuesday for a dose of snarky humor, the latest in wellness trends, my current obsessions, and of course, a recipe or wellness tip to inspire your journey. This episode is brought to you by me, the Wellness Blondie. If you're passionate about natural remedies, holistic wellness, and delicious whole food recipes, head over to the Wellness Blondie blog for inspiring content to nurture your mind, body, and soul. Before we dive in, I do want to share that my mocktail mixology recipe book is now available on Amazon. Packed with creative, flavorful, non-alcoholic drinks, perfect for any occasion, including Christmas. From refreshing summer sips to cozy, warming blends. Also, don't miss my cookbook, Nourish and Thrive, your go-to guide for a vibrant, whole foods lifestyle with over 100 recipes and a 28-day meal plan. It's designed to make healthy eating enjoyable and effortless, with tips to help you build sustainable habits and savor every bite along the way. Both books are available now on Amazon. Just type Mocktail Mixology or Nourish and Thrive into the search bar, or click the links in the show notes. Start nourishing your body and thriving today. Now, let's dive into my current obsession. Lately, I've been hyper-focused on getting back to my self-care routines. Life in the Sorensen household has been a lot this past month. And like many of you, my self-care occasionally fell off the plate. That's normal when you're juggling work, raising kids, maintaining a home, and keeping up with your spouse. Add it all together, and sometimes it feels like you're barely treading water. I get it. First, I have to give a huge shout out to my community for stepping up when I needed it most. Now, back to my obsession, my glow butter routine. When life threw a few curveballs my way, I started skipping my nightly ritual of slathering on glow butter 20 minutes before bed, so I had time to soak in before I cuddled with my pillows. And guess what? My skin decided to rebel. Hello, hormonal breakout party. This reminded me why sticking to my routines, even during chaos, is so important. Now, I'm committed to getting that glow butter on every single day, even if it means squeezing it in before running to pick up the kids from play practice, bowling, or wherever your jam-packed fall schedules take them. Parenting, am I right? Oh, and speaking of curveballs, my teenage son decided to fracture his tibia. Between supporting him, worrying about his growth plate, and managing multiple doctor's appointments, my plate felt overwhelming. Sound familiar? Here's the tip that's helping me stay on track. Adjust your self-care to fit your current reality. For me, that means starting my skincare routine earlier in the evening, right after dinner or an hour before bed, so it doesn't get pushed aside with late night pickups, school paperwork, and the daily whirlwind. This little tweak ensures my glow butter has time to work its magic, and I still get to crawl into bed at a decent hour. Life happens, but small adjustments can make all the difference. What's your go-to self-care trick when life feels hectic? Have any of you tried my glow butter recipe yet? I'd love to hear about your experiences and any tips you might have. Tag me on social so I can check out your responses. Okay, to the meat of this episode, what you really came here for. I've been deep diving into air quality and clearing out the mold spores in my home due to my recent diagnosis of SIRS. If you don't know what it is, don't worry. I'm putting together a deep dive for the pod, which I'll be dropping very soon. But if you can't wait, head over to thewellnessblondie.com and read my 5-part series all about it. Your indoor air quality could be harming your health. My sources are the American Lung Association, the World Health Organization, and the Illinois Department of Health. So welcome back, folks. Today we're talking about what's probably lurking in your home right now, and you don't even know it. And no, it's not that weird smell from the fridge you keep ignoring. It's your indoor air quality. The air inside your home can be more dangerous than the air outside. I know, right? It sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie, but it's true. Your indoor air could be quietly poisoning you without giving you any warning signs. So let's talk about why your family might be breathing in more than they bargained for. What is indoor air pollution? It's not just a fancy term for that new carpet smell or your kid socks. It's all that stuff floating around in your home, like chemicals, dust, mold, and bacteria. Some of the worst offenders: emissions from your fireplace, stoves, cooking, cleaning products, and yes, even building materials. You know, all that stuff that seems harmless but is actually making your lungs want to stage a protest. Now let's talk about tight building syndrome. Sounds ominous, right? And it kind of is. Newer homes are built to be airtight, great for energy efficiency, terrible for air quality. This means that all those indoor pollutants are stuck inside, just swirling around and getting cozy in your living room. Meanwhile, fresh air from outside doesn't stand a chance. So, guess what? Your home's air is more polluted than the street corner in downtown. Let's put this into perspective. You've got an air purifier. Great. But did you ever notice going into overdrive when you're cooking something smoky like burgers or steak? You know the drill. The room fills with smoke and suddenly your air purifier is working harder than you did last time you tried a 5-minute workout on YouTube. If you don't have an air purifier or an exhaust fan though, that smoke just lingers. And guess what? You're left breathing it in. Yep, you and your family. Congratulations! Too much moisture in your home is basically an open invitation for mold to come on in and have a party. Mold loves moisture. It's like a moldy little housewarming gift you didn't ask for. Trust me, you do not want that guest. And guess what else is polluting your air? Just you. Congratulations again. Your skin particles, pet dander, hair, and dust are all floating around and making your air quality a hot mess if you're not cleaning regularly. I hate to break it to you, but a whooping 60% of people aren't dusting their homes. Yes, you heard me right. 60%. That's just gross. Did you know that bugs, bacteria, and fungi are actually munching on that dust? I mean, it's like a buffet for them. Where does dust collect in your home? Pretty much everywhere. And if you don't dust it out, you can be a breeding ground for mold and bacteria. You're basically giving them a VIP pass to live in your air. not ideal. Why dusting matters. This isn't just for looks, people. Dusting improves your air quality. You know, traps that mold, bacteria, and who knows what else before it gets released into your breathing space. Dust, people. What happens next? Your HVAC system can just take all that dust and distribute it everywhere. Yay! It's like your ducts are your home's personal delivery system for allergens, mold, and bacteria. You want a bio arsenal. You got one. Bioarsenals are the airborne particles that come from biological contaminants like mold, bacteria, and pollen. They spread through your HVAC system and can lead to some nasty stuff: respiratory infections, allergic reactions, asthma, and just plain miserable symptoms like sneezing, eye irritation, and dizziness. So, how do we fix this? Install exhaust fans in your kitchen and bathroom to clear out smoke and moisture. Get yourself an air purifier. Seriously, it's worth the investment. If your home is humid, grab a dehumidifier and keep that mold at bay. Also, switch to non-toxic cleaning products. Your lungs will thank you. Taking these steps will make a world of difference in improving your indoor air quality. It's a little work, but trust me, your lungs, family, and future self will be glad you did. All right, let's shift gears and talk about something that's had me rolling my eyes all week. The claim that red meat causes endometriosis. I know, right? Another article bashing red meat. So there I was, scrolling through Facebook the other night, just catching up on the latest wellness news when I stumbled across an article on non-hormonal treatments for endometriosis. Naturally, I clicked. I can't resist. But right after that, the algorithm threw me a curveball. Another article blaming red meat for all our problems. Seriously, the war on meat is real, and it's about time we fight back. Red meat doesn't cause inflammation. It's actually packed with essential vitamins and nutrients that help your body thrive. Iron, B12, zinc. These aren't the villains here. Next time you hear someone pushing the anti-meat agenda, just remember, not all advice from blogs is created equal. Do your research, folks, and follow the right sources. And by that, I mean mine. Duh, because I'm bringing the real facts every time. I've pulled together articles from Healthline, Medical News Today, Heal Endo, and the Cleveland Clinic. So we're diving into this with some legit info. The Healthline article highlighted how lifestyle changes can help with endo symptoms, which, okay, makes sense, but it's not a cure. And then, brace yourself. They said we need iron-rich foods, but to avoid red meat. Wait, what? Iron-rich foods, but no red meat. Isn't that a whole contradiction right there? So what is endometriosis? In case you're new to this, endometriosis is an inflammatory condition, meaning inflammation really ramps up the symptoms. Think pain, bloating, fatigue, you name it, inflammation's making it worse. So reducing inflammation is key. What makes endometriosis worse? Not surprisingly, processed foods, sugar, bad fats, and dairy tend to make endo symptoms flare. Basically, a classic junk food hangover. Hits extra hard for anyone with endo. No Cheetos. Damn. So, what do you suggest to eat? Magnesium, omega-3s, and get this, foods that fight inflammation. Inflammation. Real specific, right? But okay, let's get into those anti-inflammatory foods that do help. We're talking about nutrient-dense options that actually support your body's needs and, what's loaded with iron, omega-3s, magnesium, B vitamins, and all the good stuff? You guessed it, responsibly sourced red meat. Please. The great red meat myth. I found some gold on healendo.com, which spells out what I've been thinking all along. Red meat has been labeled as the endo community's enemy number one, numero uno. Like it's the villain causing flare ups and even supposedly increasing endo risk. But it turns out this whole red meat is bad for endo thing, yeah, it's a myth. Responsibly sourced red meat isn't just okay for endo, it's one of the richest sources of nutrients that a lot of us endo folks desperately need. Iron, B vitamins, vitamin A, vitamin D, CoQ10, zinc. You're not getting that kind of nutrient density from tofu. Sorry to say. It's honestly detrimental that this red meat is bad propaganda is so widespread. It's almost like we're on a conspiracy theory scavenger hunt just to find the truth. Why does it feel like every time we turn around, there's a new red meat is the enemy headline? Here's my take. Responsibly sourced, high quality red meat is a real whole food. It's not the problem here. Highly processed junk is. So let's give red meat its rightful place on the plate and focus on the foods that actually do aggravate endo symptoms like sugar and processed oils. And that's your call to dig a little deeper and not just go with the red meat is bad crowd. It's time to question some of these so-called health truths and find what actually supports our bodies. All right, let's dive into the world of supplements because apparently we're supposed to believe a cabinet full of overpriced powders and capsules is the key to wellness, right? Look, I do take some, but here is my take. Supplements are like a safety net, not the foundation. Let's get into collagen because everyone's favorite wellness buzzword is collagen. Powders, gummies, fancy elixirs, these products are marketed as the miracle fix for every wrinkle, joint ache, and hair woe. I gave several of these powders a fair shot, and here's the scoop. Yes, I noticed a bit of joint relief and an immunity boost, but it also came with bloating. No glowing skin transformation, no newfound energy. So I did a deep dive past the influencer hype, and what did I find? The most effective source of collagen isn't some powder, but whole, real foods. Yes, real collagen comes from animals, folks, not from a scoop, but from the bone, skin, and connective tissue of animal parts like beef shanks, oxtails, and even chicken feet. These cuts, packed with collagen, your body knows how to absorb and actually use. You might think collagen only comes from the latest trendy powder, but if you want the real benefits, it's time to go back to the basics. How basic, you ask? Like I said, beef shanks, oxtails, and yes, even the tough cuts everyone ignores. Forget that powdered magic. Here's the real secret. Collagen is literally the glue that holds your body together. Skin, bones, joints, and yes, even gut health. Now, if you're eyeing that powder promising better skin and less joint pain, know that these processed forms may not even contain the amino acids your body truly needs. Instead, real food sources of collagen are naturally bioavailable. The body recognizes them and knows exactly what to do with them, turning them into the building blocks your skin, joints, and cartilage crave. If you're ready to upgrade, ditch those powders and embrace real collagen goodness, here's where to start. Buy these cuts of animals to reap the rewards. Beef shank and oxtail. These cuts are collagen jackpots, perfect for slow cooking or bone broth. Pork shoulders, yes, that fatty cut nobody seems to want. Slow cook it and you'll unlock a collagen-rich, melt-in-your-mouth masterpiece. Chicken feet. Now don't freak out. These are basically collagen gold, cheap and readily available. They make broth that's pure nourishment. Beef ribs or short ribs, full of connective tissue and collagen, ideal for braising or slow roasting. Neck bones and cartilage, these packed with collagen and perfect for making broth rich in nutrients. And here's a bonus. The tougher cuts are often way cheaper than the boneless, skinless versions. So you're doing your health and wallet a favor. When you slow cook these tougher cuts, that dense collagen breaks down into gelatin, releasing all those valuable amino acids. Not only is this the real deal, but it's also delicious and satisfying. So the next time you're at the butcher, eye those collagen-rich cuts, bring them home, and get cooking low and slow. Real collagen, real benefits, and real whole foods. The wellness trifecta. And if anyone asks, just tell them you're getting your collagen fix like a boss. Let's face it, people. Staying in the loop on wellness trends is basically a full-time job here. But hey, someone's got to do it. And if you've got opinions, stumbled upon anything eye-roll worthy, or you just want to dish about the latest health craze, I'm all ears. Drop a comment, tag me on socials, slide into my DMs, or shoot me an email. And now, for the creme de la creme of this episode, with Christmas around the corner, let's dive into something festive and wellness-focused. Building the ultimate DIY wellness gift basket. Yeah. This isn't just any gift. It's a bundle of love and care to support your health and happiness throughout the holiday season. Here's a quick guide on what to include for a thoughtful, wellness-packed basket. A homemade body scrub or bath soak. All you got to do is mix up some Epsom salts with a few drops of essential oils like lavender or eucalyptus for a scrub. Add in a bit of liquid coconut oil and a sprinkle of sea salt. Pack it in a cute jar, and you've got a cozy self-care vibe. You can make an herbal tea blend. Bundle a few bags of your favorite herbal teas like chamomile, peppermint, or ginger. Perfect for those cozy winter nights. Small jar of local honey, a natural sweetener with antibacterial properties. Honey is perfect for teas, recipes, and even skincare. Handmade beeswax candles. Beeswax candles purify the air and have that soft, natural scent that feels warm and comforting. A mini journal or gratitude notebook. A place to jot down reflections, goals, or daily gratitudes, especially lovely during the holiday season. You make up some nutritious snack or recipe jar. Include a small bag of mixed nuts, homemade granola, or a mason jar filled with dry ingredients for a wholesome holiday recipe, like spice cookies or energy bites. Whether it's for a friend, family member, or even yourself, this wellness gift basket is sure to bring warmth, joy, and a little extra care this Christmas. If you'd like to be featured on the podcast, send me your favorite recipes or wellness tips, and I'll be happy to share them in an upcoming episode. I hope you give it a try and enjoy the benefits. If you do, let me know how your recipe pans out or any fun tweaks you make. Don't forget to tag me on social so I can see your delicious results. I hope today's episode sparked some inspiration, brought you fresh insight, or at least gave you a little boost to get you through the rest of your day without feeling like a hot mess. And hey, if you're loving the podcast, or even if you're just mildly entertained, why not drop a quick rating and review on your favorite platform? It would mean the world to me. And also help more wellness lovers find us, which is basically like spreading good vibes, but with less granola and more real talk. Your feedback helps others find their way to the hive and join this wellness journey. Thanks in advance for making me feel like a podcast rock star. Don't forget to follow me on social media for more updates, tips, and behind-the-scenes content. You can find all the links in my profiles along with more information and resources over on my website. And if you're looking for even more exclusive content or just want to support the show, be sure to check out my Patreon page. Stay crunchy and let's reshape our hive together. Until next time, nurture your mind, body, and soul, because no one else can do it your way. Remember, wellness is a journey that twists and turns, so embrace the ride. We've got this.